Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today I will be doing another reaction video, and this is to The Last of Us Part 2, Inside the Details. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Now, you guys already know that the other day, they had released the Last of Us Part 2 State of Play on YouTube, so they uploaded that video on YouTube, that whole presentation about The Last of Us Part 2, and I gotta say, you guys already know that I was really impressed with it. And I like the extended gameplay they showed at the end of The Last of Us Part 2 State of Play the other day. Like I said, I'm very impressed with the game. I'm very excited for the game. So, yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And let's get into this reaction for The Last of Us Part 2 Inside the Details. Alright, see you guys. Not see you guys. But, but anyways, let's get into this, though.
So one of the things that makes Naughty Dog special is our insane attention to detail.
Right. That's right.
And that comes from just extreme amount of research. So whether it's researching a theme, let's say this idea of retribution or justice, like we would read a ton of books and look at movies and even watch like interviews and news programs about stuff that's going on in the world and then discuss it among ourselves, like what's happening here, what can we draw from this, how can we base these fictional characters on reality to make them feel more authentic.
Right.
Our hope with this game is to create the most authentic characters that you've seen in a game, not just Ellie, not just Joel, but that every character you see is dimensional.
Obviously, in telling a character-driven story, you have to create characters. And it starts with a story concept that then can develop into level ideas and more specific narrative beats. Once we kind of have a good understanding of the narrative that we're after, we could start writing scripts. And that's really the first time the characters come to life and they're speaking, even though it's just words on the page. Now they're becoming more specific. And the next step after that is to either bring in the existing cast from the first game, such as Ashley Johnson, who played Ellie, and Troy Baker, who played Joel. Or casting new characters. And they're interpreting the material and bringing their knowledge of these characters and their take on these characters to life.
I think authenticity from every department has been kind of a goal or a focus, whether or not that's in the animations and how we're mocapping or in the effects and how we're simulating, you know, the different elements to get the effect look that we want in game. We wanted it to be as realistic as possible, as believable as possible, so that as you're playing, you can hopefully get fully invested in it and fully immersed. And we didn't want to have a character moment where it's unbelievable, both from a narrative and visual standpoint.
Some other advances that we've had is like now we can like make veins pop on their forehead if like they're really angry, or likewise we could redden their skin. Could be based on emotion or it could be based on what's happening to them physically. How red their eyes can get is controllable. How tears flow off their eyes and their face is all new tech that we've developed for this game.
Hey, we got another trespasser, a girl. Did you see her?
Additionally, we have this human nuance to our human enemies that makes the situations that you're in so much more terrifying and emotionally affecting than they would be otherwise, because at almost every turn we've gone as far as we possibly can go to make our human enemies feel as human as possible.
I got something.
Shit. Infected?
Let's get in there. You can hear the enemies calling out, looking for you, and giving you slight little gameplay hints as to what they're gonna do, and so you can try to plan around it.
What is it? Someone took them out! We got something. I'll go see what's up.
So whether that's the nuance of their awareness system of like what they should know about and when, how they convey knowledge to their friends, to the kind of emotional content of the game. So when they refer to each other by name, when they scream in anguish when they see their friend die.
Wow, he just said my name.
They scream in anger as they're like kind of trying to hunt you down or attack you. They feel real, and it makes the situation that you're in feel real in a way that you haven't seen before and you might not be ready for.
Right.
There was a ton of research that was done into foliage and different kind of foliage that exists in different parts of the country to make those areas feel authentic. Studying local architecture of wherever we are and making sure that feels authentic.
Right.
We took 3 trips up to Seattle. We actually got photo scan data of like natural elements in the forests and went through and walked the path of Ellie through Seattle to actually get as much reference that we could. And that was anything from going, you know, inside buildings and taking pictures of signs on the wall to various bus stops and awnings around the world. Like, we're trying to find those kind of iconic details and bring them into the environment that once we get it into the final game, it's like it all comes together to hopefully make something as believable as we can.
Hopefully with all these things combined, it gives you the feeling that you're playing a Naughty Dog game. This is what we go for. I feel like these are all real people. I feel like this is a real place. I feel like this was a real situation that I was in, and then I handled it in a way that makes sense.
This game
if this was real
so
life.
Beautiful. This is a really beautiful looking game. Wow. Well, anyways, guys, that concludes The Last of Us Part 2 Inside the Details. I gotta say, I really enjoyed these videos and little documentaries they've been putting up lately by Naughty Dog and Sony PlayStation. I like how they have been doing this mini-series, and actually I think Inside the Details, I think this is probably the last episode of the mini-series, but I think there are probably more coming out until the game actually releases on June 19th. But I gotta say, I'm really loving this mini-series. Like, I'm loving it. It's really good. And I gotta say, they just did a remarkable job doing the simulations. And I gotta say, it's just, you know how fun that is? Like, that just looks so much fun wearing the mocap suits, so that way they can simulate you in the game. And then they, you know, help design the graphics with the simulation that they did from the motion capture suits that the actors are using, like the cast are using for this game. Like I said, Ashley Johnson and Troy Baker, they did a remarkable job in the first game playing as Ellie and Joel. And I just can't wait to see how Ashley Johnson is Ellie again. I like I said, Ashley Johnson, she did a really good job playing as Ellie from the first game, and I can't wait to see how much of a good job she's going to do in this game. Same thing for Troy Baker. Troy Baker, he did a good job playing as Joel in the first game, and I can't wait to see how Troy Baker is going to do in this game playing as Joel again. Like I said, these, in my opinion, it's going to be a really good game. Like I said, it's going to be one of the most ambitious and most, you know, unique video games that they've ever made. Like I said, man, I think the game is going to do really well. It's still probably going to, I think it's still going to make a whole lot of money. But, just not as much money as they intended to make, because, you know, ever since, you know, those leaks came out, some people decided not to get the game. And it's like I already said before, that I did not look at the leaks, because I already told you guys before that I do not want the game to be spoiled for myself. And I will honestly recommend other people not to spoil the game for yourselves as well. Like, because I did not spoil the game for myself. And, you know, I want to be surprised when I play this game. And look, hey, whatever direction they go in for the story, I'm perfectly fine with it. Look, you guys already do know that I did not look at the leaks for the game. But, hey, whatever they do, I'm going to be perfectly fine with it. I'm going to be impressed by it. This game looks very impressive. They did a really good job with the graphics. It looks very well polished. I like how they took their extra time to, you know, polish the game more. It just looks really good. And that's another thing, guys, that, like, you know, after I graduate high school, I'm going to become a graphic designer. So, yeah. So like I said, you know, I'm gonna be graduating really soon. I'm actually gonna be graduating in 2022. That's when I'm gonna be graduating. And you know, I just finished my sophomore year, and now I'm a junior now. I'm officially a junior now in high school. So later on this year, I will be doing my junior year of high school, and then of course, you know, next year I'll become a senior in high school. So yeah. And that's what I want to do, is that after I graduate high school, I want to become a graphic designer. I want to help, you know, design graphics for video games. You know, just help out, you know, contribute. And actually, that's another thing too. Like, I'm actually kind of thinking about joining Naughty Dog, like, for their graphic designing jobs. Like, that's what I want to do. Is because, you know, like, just like if they're going to be making a part 3 for The Last of Us. Like, if they make a Last of Us part 3, I want to, you know, help out with that, you know, because, you know, I'll be out of high school by then. So I'm pretty sure, like, as soon as Last of Us part 2 comes out, I'm pretty sure they'll be already working for The Last of Us, you know, part 3 maybe, you know, like, creating the story and all that. And, you know, whenever they start doing that, I want to be there and help contribute to that, to the sequel for Last of Us Part 2. But yeah, like I said, I'm very excited for this game. I can't wait to play it on June 19th. Like I said, as soon as, you know, June 19th hits, and that's the release day for The Last of Us Part 2, I'm playing it on the exact same day it comes out. Like I said, I'm very excited for The Last of Us Part 2. I'm very excited for it. And yeah. But anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I hope you guys enjoy this reaction as much, you know, as much as I enjoyed, you know, watching this video. And leave it down in the comment section below. Are you guys excited for The Last of Us Part 2? And did you like Inside the Details? And I'll see you guys later. Alright, see you guys, and peace out.